everybody. I'm on my way to my doctor's and I thought I would just jump on and chit chat for a bit. I have an appointment this morning with my doctor. This is a follow-up from when I went a few months ago, and I gotta have a physical, and I have to have her check my blood pressure because it was high last time, but I was eating a lot of salt, so probably not a lot of things have changed since then, as far as I probably haven't been having as much salt. Do you guys remember back quite a while back, I was on a no salt kick for, gosh, I did that for a really long time, but I got off track on that too. So anyways, it's beautiful out. It is 34 degrees. It's not that warm, but beautiful day here in central Maine today. I have a few errands I'm gonna go run after. I had been at my daughter's house watching some of the kiddos and playing on Facebook because I get time to play on Facebook after I do some stuff with them and then the baby takes a nap. I was trying to get to Facebook Marketplace because since I've been doing my house, I've been going on Facebook Marketplace. I haven't really bought anything other than what I've already told you. The table. I think the only thing I bought off there was the table. But I like to go scrolling around and looking at everything because it really is fun. It's kind of like shopping, but you're not shopping. And I'm just kind of looking to see if something will just jump out at me, like really, really jump out at me. Not because I need anything. And as I'm trying not to have anything that I don't need in my house. I'm going through that phase right now still. I'm still in my decluttering mode. So, which I still don't have everything out on that. So by the time you see this video, I'm still just pumping out those videos because I have so many of those videos that need to come out. Anyways, so I'm back. Let's get back to the story. I'm back on market. So I'm looking on Facebook and I see this ad for, it says it's a thrift place. It's called Thrift, I think. And they had bought out an estate and they had tons of fabric. And they were selling it for $2 a yard or $2 a pound. Well, $2 a yard if it was yardage. $2 a pound if it wasn't yardage and it was just more like pieces and remnants and scraps of fabric. So I was just like, geez, I don't need any fabric, but there are some colors. I mean, yes, I will look at any fabric because I love fabric. So I'm not going to buy stuff I don't think I'll ever use. I'm going to buy stuff that really jumps out at me, especially for those prices. Long story short, I get done with the kiddos, my daughter comes home, and I have to go do a Sam's. I picked up curbside at Sam's yesterday. So I said, okay, I'm going to run up. It's right near here, and I'm going to run over to this store, and I'm going to see what they've got. It was so much fun. I had such a great time. Oh my goodness. I guess I was there about an hour. And Gavin, there was just the lady that worked there and some other lady that came in, and then a little later somebody else came in. So anyways, they had so much fabric from this estate. Very vintage fabric too. She had a lot of vintage. So I was just picking up all the little pieces I could find that I thought were really vintage. There were a lot, but I only took them in like the colors or the things that I thought I would use, because some of the stuff was just not stuff I would use. I got 25 yards of fabric. That was like $50, right? It's $2 a pound. I spent $25 and got the scraps. So that would be about 12 pounds of scraps. So that came to like $25. And then I got these sheets. They were brand spanking new. They were beautiful white. I just bought white yardage. I bought a bolt of white off one of the sites I like to go on. It's So yeah, Quilted site. I just bought a bolt of that and a bolt of fabric that had 10 yards on it. But you can never have too much white fabric. So I bought these sheets and they were brand spanking new. They were beautiful, like really good quality sheets. So I bought those because I figured I would use those and cut those up into my quilts too. So it was super fun, and I'm going to do a video on that on my other channel to show all the fun stuff I did get. So that was something fun I did. I've been really, really focused on, I'm kind of not really doing declutter now. Now I'm just kind of like waiting for everything to get done, because we ended up going through the whole upstairs of our house. So everything is just in, shambles, because, like even the cupboard doors, we took the cupboard doors off. He didn't sand them completely. He sanded them enough with fine, like, steel wool, real fine steel wool, sanded them, and then they needed to be like restained and varnished, or polyurethaned, but they weren't stripped. We didn't strip anything. I didn't even paint my door handles for the cabinet doors or anything, and we only did it to the bottom set because a few years ago Dana had done the same thing to the top, and those just need like a real, around where your hand goes to open the door. He needs to like resand that and just take a cloth and stain it, and then I think we will put a whole coat of polyurethane over them, just because to freshen it up. And we ordered the new countertops, and those should be here in the next week or so, and we still haven't done anything underneath our cabinets yet. We haven't done the blue strip of paint that we have going down the hallway or down the stairs. Remember, we only did the strip that went around above the door on the stairs. We painted that white. So everything's been painted now. Everything is pretty much put back together after we just got the counter doors back on. We've been having open cabinets for a while, and so I have a lot of stuff out still. So I haven't done a real grand reveal yet. I'm still waiting for a few things to come, and I'm excited about getting it all done. But it's coming along very nicely. We got our porch kind of set up, meaning we ended up getting some patio furniture for it, but you have to put every single screw in and put it all together. So that's all put together, but it's all set there, and it looks really kind of pretty, but it's not like pushed where it's going to go or anything like that. We're going to be working on that stuff here in a couple of weeks. We have still a lot of things to do, and we have a vacation coming up. So we've got to get ready for the vacation, and then when we get back, we'll be able to focus right on everything that needs to get done that didn't get done before our trip. And we've had a lot of functions going on, just life, everyday life stuff still going on around us. So everything's just kind of going at its own pace. I know what I have. I got something that's exciting, and I am going to make a video for my other channel eventually. I bought two painter's cloths, and I got them right on Amazon. On my door that goes out to my porch, I'm going to make a curtain, but it's going to be always pushed in. I just want it there in case I ever want to shut it. But I'm making a curtain for that, and I'm going to make 3 valances, one for like my little sewing area, one for above my porch door, and above my sink. I have to get the cabinets cleaned off soon, because I wouldn't be surprised if my friend paints underneath the cabinets right off, and that strip going down the hall and down the stairs. We thought we might put wainscoting in the hall and down the stairs, but I think Dana and I have talked about it, and I think we're just going to go with paint. And because I don't want a backsplash, I don't know, I would rather have paint there. And then I think we're just going to go ahead and put paint down the stairs. And then we may end up adding some slats or something to it. I don't know if we'll do that now or later, and not do the wainscoting. I think we both agree that we kind of just like the look that it is now. So that's been a big issue through this whole process. We kind of like what we have. So my sister-in-law was right when she said, remember what I told you? She said, April, basically you're just painting your walls and getting new curtains. And it's like, yeah, it's a little bit like that, I guess. And it's okay. I've realized, yeah, I really like my stuff, so I don't need anything else. So it's really worked out really well. I mean, I've bought a lot of little things. I needed a couple curtain rods. I did buy some curtains for my bedroom. Anyways, I'll have told you all that anyway. All right, I am at the doctor's, but you know what? I'm going to jump on when I leave and let you know how my blood pressure was. And I'll continue this conversation then. Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes. So now I'm just leaving the doctor's, and I had, it went really well. It went well, except I still had the high blood pressure. It was 142/91. So she's going to up I have medication for that. She's going to up that, and I'm really going to work on it too. I can't remember. I think it was a couple of months ago I had my last appointment, and I was down 11 pounds since then. So I've had a pretty good weight loss altogether now. And I'm going to keep that up as well. So now I just have to go have more blood work done in about 5 weeks. And I got to check back in with my doctor in about 6 weeks so she can check my blood pressure and look at my labs again. One thing I do have to work on is I have like a fatty liver too. And I have to work on that. So I'm really going to try to get on track here. She said my labs are all good, but I do show that I do have that fatty liver, and I've shown that the last few times. So I've got to get myself together. Plain and simple. And the funny part about the fatty liver is I've never heard of fatty liver until like, I don't know, about a year or two ago. I have a friend, her husband, I knew like 4 people that they were telling at this time that they had fatty liver. And then I went, and then they're like, you have fatty liver. It's kind of like the same thing with vitamin B12. It's kind of the same thing. I don't know. I'm not big on vitamins and stuff, but the doctor said for me to take vitamin B12 back, I don't know, 6 months ago. So I started taking it. But it's like everybody I know, they've told to take vitamin B12. So I just don't understand it. I would say maybe it's an age thing, but I know some younger people that have to have a vitamin B12 too. So it's just kind of like, to me, it kind of feels like this new thing that they're wanting everybody to do. It's okay. I take it. But now I'm going to have a new goal. And I'll tell you what my new goal is after I leave here. Now that I'm leaving here, I'm going to tell you what my new goal is. I am going to get my eating habits on track. And I'm not going to be taking all this medication. I can tell you that right now. So she upped my high blood pressure medicine, but I might take it for a little bit. But I might not. I might just stay where I'm at and just start working on. I'm going to go home. I'm going to try to figure out what I really have to do. I don't want to be on all this medicine, so I don't even know if I want to start it all. Oh, and she did give me a cholesterol medicine. She said my cholesterol numbers are really fine. I think they like to keep you around 75, and mine's like at 100. I'm not really sure what that means because I've never had a cholesterol issue. She said I've never had it. She said she wouldn't even call that an issue. But as a preventative, because I am on the, Mounjaro remember I crossed that threshold a few years back. I went on my diabetic scale there. It went up to 6. So I was able to get that like Mounjaro or Trulicity or one of those that would help with that. My numbers are all fine with that. But she said, well, usually if you're on that, you would take a cholesterol medicine. But I'm not real big on medicine, and I'm not real big if I don't really need it. Or what I'm going to do now is now that the damage is done, I'm going to try to fix it. Not that any damage is done, but because she's telling me now that it's a little bit high and I should take it, I really don't think I want to start it, and I think I just need to get myself together. So I'll keep you guys posted on to how that all goes. So now I'm off to town. I have to go to the bank. I think I am going to get a diet soda though, because I haven't had one in a long time. And I feel good though, you guys. I feel like, I've been feeling like I'm losing weight, and whenever I lose weight, whenever I feel it in my fingers and in my face right off the bat, So from my calculations, it's like 20, maybe even 25 pounds as a total from just a couple of years. I was down 6 a few months ago, then I was down 11 this time, but I think from my highest that I got up to over the last couple of years, I think I'm down like 24 pounds. I'm going to do the math. I'm going to have to look it up and figure out, not that I have to do the math, it's easy enough numbers, but I need to look somewhere to see what I would have weighed way back then. I'll look on my chart or something and see like what I got to my highest. I should have just asked her what was my absolute highest weight. So I am going to be on a mission now. I'm ready. One thing she told me, so I had to have a physical. She was going to do it a couple of months ago, and then she said, oh, I'll just wait and we'll do it when you come for your recheck. So I said, sure, that sounds good. But she said, I only have to have one more done, I think in 5 years, and then I don't have to have them at all anymore. That's pretty awesome. I was telling her that I remembered when we had to, I mean, it wasn't that long ago, I had to have them every single year. She goes, well, did you have an abnormal one before? And I'm like, well, yeah, but I don't think that's why. I think everybody had to. She goes, I'm thinking if you had an abnormal one, it was probably because of that. So I don't know, but I said, that's fine. I'm happy that I only have to have one more in 5 years. That's a long time, as long as this one comes out fine, which I will assume that, which I can't imagine it won't come out fine. So that's pretty good. I'm like, well, I guess that's one benefit to getting older. That and discounts, which I don't get discounts yet. I haven't found any discounts yet, but I guess those two things will, there we go. Woohoo! So I'm going to go to the bank. Then I am going to go home. I'm going to work on some editing, some videos, and I'm not going to do a whole lot in the house today. I've already done, normal stuff, dishes, picked up, stuff like that. I was up really early this morning. I wanted to edit a video, so I was working on that. I haven't been able to keep up at all with videos. I mean, I'm keeping up. Yes, I'm keeping up, but I'm not putting them out like I want to be. So it's still going to be a couple more weeks before I really can do that too, because we have a lot going on. So that's okay. I'm okay. I'm learning now that I can only do what I can do. And as much as I want to just push out videos all the time, there's a lot to edit in, and it just takes a long time. I tell you guys all the time, I have a lot of videos in my phone, but it's just finding the time to edit them. So that's why videos like this are so fun, because there's not much editing. They're very quick, and I love that. They're not a full-blown tutorial, And that's what's really been a little bit hard for me with my decluttering and with my little bit of a makeover that I'm giving my house, is a lot of videos. I mean, a lot. Every step I went through, and just trying to organize all that. When you have like an hour's footage here, an hour's there, hours there, it is really a lot. And I have decided that I'm going to probably keep that little segment pretty short and sweet, because like the type of person I am, I do something and I'm like, oh, this is great, I'm going to love doing this so much, and then it usually is like, oh man, I can't wait for this to be over. Seriously, I do not love, I thought, oh yeah, I'm going to make all these YouTube videos for decluttering, and it's going to be so wonderful. Yeah, if I could put it all into one, I can't, because it would be way too long. I wouldn't be able to edit out enough. But I can tell you right now, I've been there now, and I realized I don't love decluttering. I don't love cleaning, decluttering, organizing. I like to organize, but I like to organize in small pieces, I want to do all the rest of the fun stuff, and for me, I guess fun is different for everybody, but that's not that much fun for me. It's very it's like I just have to, whenever me or my family do things that we don't really want to be doing, even with the kids, when you're talking about the kids, when they have to do something they don't want to do, it's like, oh, they're just doing their time. Like, You just do what you have to do to get on to the next step. And that's really what I feel with this declutter. I'm daydreaming about, you know, setting up my furniture and making new cushion covers, and so not cleaning cabinets and trying to figure out what I don't want. I did do the huge unloaded all kinds of I decluttered so much that I feel really good about all that. I can, you know, move on. So yeah, my decluttering series, I guess I'll call it, is going to be short and sweet. I gotta get right to the point. You know me, and I am I don't like to do things for too long, and this has been a long time. We are already well into April, and I've been doing this since the end of February. So yeah, it's enough time. I've had enough of it. I'm ready to get on to the next fun stuff. One thing that I do have, though, guys, that's really exciting is my little kitchen sewing room is coming along good. I haven't had a lot of time to sew in there, but it is so adorable, and I'm just so happy to have that space. And we are getting the new counters, so we're getting the new countertop, I should say. We don't want new cabinets or counters right now. We just need the countertops that we've been needing for many, many years. And I think we're getting a new sink too. I love my sink, but we are getting, because we're just trying to give a few upgrades to the house, you know, so that sink, there's just the newer sinks that have the bigger, deeper sink and the two sides, and mine does have two sides that are the same, real short though. So, you know, there's those few things where we're putting in the new countertops. This is the time, even though I don't really need to have a sink. I don't. But like Dana said, it is the time to do it because we're putting in the new counters. So I do agree with that. Sometimes Dana and I don't quite see eye to eye on some things. Most things we do. But he is more like, oh yeah, we definitely need a new sink. And I'm like, well, our stainless steel sink works really good. So I don't always see like why we would need to have a sink. But I do understand that for sure. Like, this is the time to do it when we're doing the counters. I will tell you this really funny story. Another funny story. So, you know, if you have granite countertops, they're beautiful. I love granite countertops. They're so pretty and so nice, but it's just not something that we've ever had, or that we're probably going to get, and not in this house anyway. And so for fun, Dana and I had gone and we had looked at counters, and it was just as much money. We thought we'll go medium. We won't get granite, we won't get laminate, we'll get the middle. But it was just as much money for the middle as it was for the granite because of how things are being shipped right now. So we're like, okay. So we had picked out a laminate, and if you know me, it looks like I'm learning this about myself too, how much I like the same things as I like the same, it's all sameness, right? It's like, so I pick out a counter. That's why I never got a counter, because I always wanted the same exact counter. Well, I couldn't find the same exact counter, and I ended up finding one. Dana and I found one that was just a little bit more multicolored, but real calm, very neutral colors, very similar to what we have now. So most people would say, well, if you're going to get a new counter and you're going to get the same sort of a counter, why don't you just get a different look of a counter, right? And I understand that, but I can't. I just have a hard time because I like my stuff. So anyway, So we go back to the store after we told the lady to get us the prices, and we had her price out all different options. Granite, laminate. We didn't do the stone because it was the same as the granite. So we did it. We didn't do the middle one because of the being the same price. So I told Dana, okay, we made a deal. If it was like if it costs triple the amount of the laminate, we'll do it. So we picked it out, and the lady called. We picked out a few different options of grades, so to make sure it wasn't going to be too much money. So we agreed if it was triple, we'll do it. It'll be a deal. Well, it wasn't triple. It was, I don't even know how many. I don't know how to add that many times what it was. It was crazy. We're like, yeah, the minute she said the number, we're like, yeah, no, we're good. We're going to get this. So what we had done, though, when we were there that last time is we did pick out a laminate, but we did look for a different, something that was going to have a little more, something that wasn't so the same as what we have. And we both agreed that we liked it. We had a choice of two that we really were going to go for. And then, I'm not big into like veiny looks with lines and stuff. So we did end up, where am I going? I'm going this way. We did end up deciding on one, which was more than the ones we had picked out before, but not much more. A couple $100 more, really. So, anyways, we are both excited about it, and we both know, like, I don't need, I would be happy with taking, Dana has built me for my sewing area, he built me a wood tabletop that goes over like file cabinets, and I would be very happy with like a butcher's block sort of a countertops, and that would be very easy for him to install, to install that sort of stuff. So anyways, long story short, they're beautiful, but we're not going to have that. And we are just like, yeah, no, for the cost of what we could have bought that, our whole project is probably going to cost the same as what it would cost us to have the granite countertop. So yeah, we're good. Again, what I'm realizing is I like everything, I guess, still the same. Sister-in-law was right. We painted, we did all of our new curtains, decluttered, and that's what I told Dana. I keep telling him every day, I'm like, I think all we needed was a really clean, emptied out, we needed our house to just have a few little updates, some fresh paint, some few new things, and nice and clean and decluttered, because we had so much clutter piles. So that's all good. Yes, I'm not going to get a soda today. I'm just going to go home. I have so much to do when I get there. So, and it's our anniversary today. It's our 36th anniversary. I'm not sure if we'll go out for dinner or not. That's it for today, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you next time. Remember to keep it simple. Have a great day. Bye. Please like and subscribe. Say bye, little Miss Ready Thready.